Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, or something completely random, and today we'll talk about Deadend Phoenix Park. And this is a new anime series from Netflix, was based on a comic based on a pilot got picked up and made onto Netflix. Now, this show, I have to say, it's good. It's one of those that's sort of surprisingly good because I wasn't sure what I was expecting. And I mean it's basically these two kids who got a job in a theme park, but they were tricked by a demon so they can use them as a possession, basically suit for the demon god so they could take over the world. But lucky for them, the demon sort of failed and choose the wrong person to possess. It will be their dog they bring in. But interesting enough, the demon was sort of locked away in the photo, but except for one piece of him. That piece of soul stuck to the dog, who now possesses Putley. But I love it is sort of that interesting sort of horror aspect of this anime series, make it so interesting. What I mean is that usually when they make a horror story specific in the theme park, they usually misses, in other words, because they honestly don't use the theme park the full potential. It's sort of rare you see a anime series or a comic book or a movie use the theme park as a full potential, and this series does. It's, I think, one of the biggest surprises of this show is that it's just so creative each single episode. I think one of the big examples was, I'm not really sure, it's chapter 3. They use sort of a zombie metaphor for mascots. They sort of had to retire the mascots because they were sort of useless, trying to rip parts. But later on, they come alive and they want to hurt people. But you realize, oh no, they don't want to hurt people. They just want to communicate with people. They want to talk to people, to stretch out the legs, but done a very horror point of view. Is just so creative. It thinks outside the box. You just like, whoa, I never thought of that. I've never seen someone use instead of a zombie mascot as a gimmick. It just works. You love it. It's not the only episode. You have other episodes that is sort of interesting and creative. They just pull you back in. Of course, I have to admit, it's not perfect. It's not the best written series, but it's one of those series that has a lot of heart. It's one of those series that you understand the characters and what their motivations. I think one of the first character I have to talk about is basically Barney. Now, Barney is basically a trans type of character who trying to understand his situation, that used to be a girl, now he's a boy, and his family loves him, understands him, trying to protect him, but at the same time they sort of don't got his back. They let people say things to him, and especially their grandmother, and that's the line that basically breaks the camel's back. In other words, that this is the reason why Barney left the house, because it doesn't feel you have his back. And you kind of understand that because they don't assess over it. And they point out he's running away because he doesn't want to face it. But at the very end, he needs to face it, because if he doesn't, he will keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that in itself is relatable, because let's face it, I'm straight, I'm not trans, but I get it. I understand. You have family members are just so that you just want to walk away. And that is interesting because you understand his frustrations, but at the same time, it's basically the wrong call. You have to go forward. You have to face it. But it's something that he had to realize himself, especially his new best friend called Norma, that she's the one who go to the park for one simple reason, that she likes the park, specifically the actress who make this park horror, because the actress sort of the, let's say, the Lady Gaga of horror, if to make these understand what the character. But Norma is just a Seth, but for a simple reason that she doesn't really have friends. She doesn't know how to communicate. The only way she can, at least to talk to people, is her fandom. She want to join this part to belong, to fit in, to understand, to face her fear, to be not alone. And that is relatable. I mean, come on. How many people goes to fandom just to have people to talk to each other, just the favorite thing? And that's relatable. Of course, you also have Pugsley the dog who got possessed by the demon. And he also is interesting because he sort of realized he's sort of smart. He now talk. He use magic. He loves his master, but at the same time, he's afraid he become the demon because he's sharing the same body. But I love it they did that sort of twist. The demon learns to care. But I love it most of all is Courtney. It's a fourth character who convinced the two main leads to stay in the park for her own amusement. For one specific reason is that she wants to get out the situation she really is. That she is locked in Earth. She's a demon. Well, she thinks she's a demon because it leaves a lot of question marks like why she's locked up. Like, she never explains. The only thing she knows, she's locked up, chained to be sort of a service to the park. At least that's how I interpret it, because she doesn't feel she's sort of connected to people, doesn't like people, she doesn't relate to people. She want to go the underworld where the rest of the demon belong. But you never hate her. You understand the situation she really is. And even she abuses her friends, her colleagues, even her close confidant, that you just understand. You probably do the same thing what she does. And I think that's the reason why this show is just so well done, because it just understand all the characters. Now, the animation. I have to say one thing about the animation, and the animation is good. It's one of those that it sort of knows how to put the camera around people. It's one of those like if they getting chased, you don't see them run. You see like first person perspective. You just see their hands and their legs running. You just hear their heart pound. You hear their sound. You see blurriness. And I love it is this show is not afraid to experiment. Sometimes they go like kind of like an old style film with grain in the animation that sort of, oh, this is completely different. Something's going on. Something's wrong. Or they trying to do different art stuff to explain something. It's something that it understands horror. And that's, I think, I appreciate so much as a horror fan, because it does so many kind of tropes that I know for a horror film, but at the same time, it realizes, yeah, it's sort of family friendly type of horror that it really want to be scary and wants to be gory, but it sort of stops itself to be gory. Then I wish they substitute, I don't know, blood for goo or something, because it need that extra gore factor. But all of that, that's a sort of a minor complaint, that this series is almost sort of perfect. I mean, I think it needed maybe 7 episodes or 8 episodes, because I don't think you need 10 episodes to actually make this series work. But all of that, it was great, especially that sort of cliffhanger. You realize Courtney could be an angel or a hybrid of a demon and an angel. That sort of cliffhanger that was sort of surprising. Now, I think one of my favorite episodes of this series is probably the music episode, because that episode just worked. It's ridiculous, but it just works so well. Now, I don't really have much complaining about this anime series or anything else to add. Just one thing: how you felt about this series. You watch it, you tried it, how you feel about it. Do you actually like it? Tell me down below. Let me know. If you didn't, I also want to know too. Let me hear your thoughts. Now, I got really nothing else to say. Just one thing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.